If you want to be minutes from downtown Austin, surrounded by greenery and views, then stick with me for a great tour. Now this is 6033 Mount Bonnell Cove right here in Austin, Texas. This home is over 3,200 square feet, has 4 bedrooms, 4 total bathrooms, and was built in 1976. Now, at the time I'm recording this video, the home is listed at $1.25 million, and this is a split level. Downstairs, you're gonna see a game room that I think is so needed in these neighborhoods that are what I would consider being in central Austin. Now, we're in the neighborhood called Cat Mountain. It's located in the Northwest Hills region, and this is one of those neighborhoods that's sandwiched in between amazing rolling topography. You got the 360 bridge just west of this neighborhood. South of this home, you do have downtown Austin, and north of this home, you have the Domain area, which is like the second downtown of Austin. And so really this home is minutes from everything people want to be close by to. Now, I want to give credit to the listing agent, Vanessa Sinclair at Realty Austin Compass, and I also want to go through this home in full detail. I'll show you all the sliding glass doors in this main living area, and we'll open up as many as we can to show you the views from so many different areas in this home. And that starts right here in the kitchen, where they have a built-in appliance on the left side. That's the oven. And then beyond the sink, you do have some great greenery that's back here. And then there's a little bit of shade there in the windows, so we'll get a better view from the balcony that's around the corner, and that will show you all the great greenery that's around this area. And that's really where I want to start with. When you look at most homes that are built in the 1970s, you don't see homes that have a ton of natural light. And what I'm going to continue to come back to in this home is there's tons of natural light, and that's because there's a sliding glass door in front of me, there's a sliding glass door on the left of me, behind me there's even more windows in a butler's pantry/pantry area. There's greenery right here at the breakfast nook area. And what I want you to think about is, for so many people tell me when they move into their home, their most underrated area of their home is right here in the breakfast nook area, because they want to take their morning cup of coffee and right off their left shoulder, they want to see that. They want to see rolling topography and greenery. That's why they're moving to Austin, Texas. The people that look at the neighborhoods like Northwest Hills and Tarrytown and Highland Park and look around areas around the 360 bridge, they tell me they cannot get enough of the beauty here in Central Texas. And a lot of people tell me they were surprised that this was possible right in the middle of Texas. And I hear you. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and I had no idea there was anything like this in the middle of Texas. I thought it was all flat. And then I came to Austin, and nobody told me that this was here. And so I was shocked when I drove out to areas like this. Hey, real quick, later on in the video, I'm going to show you this game room in full detail. And so many people tell me this is what's missing, especially on older homes. But wait until you see this in full detail later. Back to the video. Okay, there's still a lot to see in this home. We're going to get back to the inside. This is one of 4 balconies. I think that's right. I remember coming into this house thinking that's 1 balcony, 2, 3, 4, almost positive there's 4, but we'll go through it together and I'll tell you some of the underrated parts of this home. One of them is this is an open floor plan while still getting some fun things from the 1970s in here, like this fireplace that we'll see around the corner. But take a look at the natural light. A lot of people say in older homes they're worried about natural light, but in this home what I think is so unique is because we're perched up, we get a little bit more privacy. You got a sliding glass door here, you got a sliding glass door we just went through off that breakfast nook area, and then we got windows through that butler's pantry area there. There's a lot of natural light coming in here. Like, even if you can imagine sitting at this dining table, so many sliding glass doors right within your eyesight. I think this is interesting at this price point at just right at $1.25 million at the time I'm recording this video. Now, we do also have some built-ins in this area. This home is occupied at the time I'm recording this. So I want to give them some privacy, really just try to get you a vibe of the structure of this home. But this is what I mean by still feeling like it's wide open. Take a look at that. Amazing. Now, what's also something I wasn't really expecting, I try not to look too much at pictures. I do feel like pictures on Zillow can be deceptive at times. And so what I always want to do is just come in fresh into these houses without knowing every little thing, analyzing every little picture. And I was not expecting this. Wide open ceilings when you first walk in, really fun stuff, but also 4 windows back to back to back to back
off of this main living room. As you can tell, there's a decent amount of furniture in here, right? Even on a fireplace on one side, TV on the other. This is a great area to have fun, entertain, and also still brings in a lot of natural light because of those windows. And this, a third set of sliding glass doors here in this main living area. And then this home does not have a backyard. So it is lock and leave. We'll talk a little bit more about lock and leave, and a couple of clients that have reached out to me over the last month, pretty much asking for lock and leave without really calling it lock and leave. But backyard, a lot of people sometimes want a backyard space. Others always look at backyards as maintenance, right? So another thing I got to maintain is that backyard sprinklers, obviously mowing, and they don't want to deal with those things. And those types of people, I think, are looking more for lock and leave opportunity. These are people that sometimes travel and leave the country for 3 months, 6 months at a time, and they want their house to not have as many things in or outside of it to maintain. And so that is the opportunity with this home. And you also get this huge primary bedroom, a lot of space here, tons of windows on both sides, a lot of natural light coming in here, and then it all opens up into this primary bathroom. Now, while we're here, and then we're gonna head upstairs and show you the couple bedrooms upstairs. There's also a game room upstairs, but I can't wait for you to see that game room downstairs, that entertainment room. While we go through the rest of this, one thing I'll mention is the Northwest Hills. So a lot of people ask me, why are people buying these homes? And for people that are looking from out of state, they always ask me, why is that home at $1.25 million? Except for people that are moving here from the West Coast. They don't ask that. They say, oh, that's only $1.25 million from downtown Austin, and you're minutes from downtown Austin, you're minutes from the Domain, you're minutes from the iconic 360 bridge where all the beauty is in Austin. A lot of people who visit Austin, the tourist areas, they go to downtown Austin, they enjoy life around there, they go out to the 360 bridge, they take pictures, and they say, wow, Austin's so beautiful. Or are there neighborhoods that capture the beauty that's here in Austin? And is it still relatively close by to downtown Austin? In other words, they want to be around the beauty, but they still want a great location to be around. And that's why people look at neighborhoods like this, the Northwest Hills region, specifically Cap Mountain, where there's nothing but topography and beauty here. Again, 360 Bridge is just west of here, minutes from this house. And for people that want to enjoy that beauty while still being in a great location and a unique home, look at areas like this. Like when I say unique, take a look at the fourth balcony that's here. Not much of a view, but at least still gets you outside your house. If you want to enjoy the sun, you want to get some fresh air, you can absolutely do that here. If you have guests over, they need to use a restroom. There are 4 total bathrooms in here. 2 full, 2 half. This is one of the half bathrooms that's here. And I think for people that say, okay, unique property, check, right? It's definitely a unique property line. There's natural light coming in everywhere. There's 4 balconies, minutes from downtown Austin, minutes from the Domain, minutes from 360 Bridge and the beauty. Okay, location, check. The big reason though that nobody really talks about is the vibe of Austin. And I've always asked people, hey, why do you buy in this area of the Northwest Hills? People say it's the vibe. They want the vibe. And so when I've gotten that word a million times now, what is the vibe? I kind of know what the vibe is because I've been here for 10 years. But explain to me what you mean by vibe. And I've asked that question dozens and dozens of times. And here's the answer I've gotten. A lot of people say in Austin, they love the vibe, meaning the vibe of Austin is being in a very lively, active area, right? It's a very vibrant city. So when they look outside their house, they want to feel motivated to go outside their house. And when they're around beauty, when they're in a 1970s home like this one and they can see out to mature trees, it gives them the motivation to get outside their house and enjoy that lifestyle. Go hiking, go biking, throw a frisbee around in a park or do something, right? And people tell me they absolutely love that vibe of Austin, and that's their interpretation of vibe. Other people say the vibe of Austin is getting together with other people, not taking life so seriously. It's sometimes life is just about enjoying life, right? And that means getting around other people, having fun, and having people over. And that's exactly what I think about when I see this game room downstairs on this split level. This is for entertaining. It's for having fun. And for so many people, that's the vibe of Austin. It's being around all those people who are living life. And I'm not trying to quote Matthew McConaughey with that statement. I'm just telling you that is truly the vibe that I felt from Austin. I meet people and they're just loving life. They want to get together. They want to have fun. It's more about the lifestyle more than anything else. And I've felt that vibe, but I've also had people tell me that the vibe of Austin is many different things. So you tell me in the comments what your vibe of Austin is. I love seeing this grill out here on this thing. That doesn't convey with the property, by the way, but it does tell you the vibe of this area is that people can just come in on this split level from the garage or go down the steps from the front door. The garage is right here. It's a drop garage, and they can just enter through this bar area. So you got sliding glass doors, 2 sets right there. Really adds a lot of natural light in here. And this is a fun, chill hangout area that does have a half bathroom. And if you don't want people to go through the garage, there's even another entrance right here. This is really set up for the entertainer who wants to enjoy that vibe of Austin, and that really means having a lot of people over. So let me know what you thought about this option, and I'm gonna keep showing homes around Northwest Hills, Tarrytown, Brentwood, Crestview, Rosedale, Allendale, because these are the neighborhoods that people tell me get the vibe of Austin, and I want to keep exploring what that vibe means. I want to keep exploring neighborhoods. So if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments and let me know if you need any help. If you want to see another home tour, that's going to be on the left side of your screen, and I'm going to keep coming out to areas like this showing homes. All right, hope that helps. Take care.